Welcome to another episode of the Japan Reach podcast. Embark on an exciting journey through the heart of Japan, its vibrant culture, fascinating traditions, and the stories that make it truly extraordinary. Our team has traveled far and wide across Japan, immersing ourselves in its rich culture and connecting with its incredible people. Now we're bringing those unforgettable experiences straight to you. From hidden gems to captivating guest stories, each episode dives into what makes Japan unique and inspiring.
The Kobodera, ninja magic, Inton Jutsu, the ability to seem invisible to cause fear and paralysis in your enemies. You are ready, my son. I will be with you indeed and in my heart. Follow the Bushido.
I will honor the code, Father.
When you hear the word ninja, you probably picture a guy in black pajamas sprinting across rooftops, flinging throwing stars like confetti, and disappearing in a puff of smoke. Thanks, Hollywood. But the real story of the ninja is much deeper, stranger, and, dare we say, sneakier than pop culture ever gave them credit for. The first time I became aware of ninja as a concept was in the movie American Ninja in the early 1980s. It was a really bad movie, but it made a splash in movie theaters. Fast forward several years and I got a Sega Genesis, a gaming console, and a new game called The Revenge of Shinobi. Shinobi is the Japanese word for ninja. In that game I got to play the part of a vengeful ninja as I hacked, stabbed, and jumped from level to level, sometimes using special ninja techniques on my way to the boss, whom I never did beat. I wonder if I can find a copy of that game again. Never mind. Ninjas, or shinobi, weren't supernatural shadow monsters. They were cunning, resourceful operators, born from a time when the rules were more like suggestions and honor often got you killed. They blended espionage, guerrilla tactics, political intrigue, and yes, some seriously cool gear. And their influence? It echoes from the mountains of 16th century Japan all the way to your nephew's Halloween costume. The ninja emerged during Japan's Sengoku period, roughly 1467 to 1603, which translates loosely to everyone with a sword has a beef. Civil war was constant. Daimyos, feudal lords, were playing a never-ending game of Risk, and traditional samurai values were getting trampled beneath ambition. In this delightful chaos, two mountainous regions, Iga and Koga, became breeding grounds for ninjas. These areas were remote, hard to conquer, and filled with people who were pretty tired of being stepped on by big-name warlords. Rather than line up for honorable duels, the ninjas got practical. Sabotage? Sure. Infiltration? Absolutely. Disguising yourself as a tofu vendor to spy on enemy troops? Tuesday. Unlike the samurai who followed Bushido, basically honor with a sword, ninja followed a different code. Stay alive and get the job done. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Ninjas didn't just sneak around in the dark. They played a real role in Japan's power struggles. Case in point. Oda Nobunaga, one of the most ruthless warlords in history, basically declared war on the Iga ninja. In 1581, he sent a massive army into the Iga Mountains to crush them, and while he ultimately won, the ninja made him pay for every foot of ground. But wait, it gets juicier. Enter Hattori Hanzo, basically the James Bond of feudal Japan. This guy was an elite Iga ninja who ended up serving Tokugawa, the man who would go on to unify Japan and become shogun. According to legend and samurai fun blogs, Hanzo helped Tokugawa escape an ambush by leading him through secret ninja trails. Without Hanzo, Tokugawa might have been history, and so might the entire Edo period. So yeah, while samurai were out with their swinging swords for glory, the ninja were moving chess pieces behind the curtains, and sometimes poisoning them too. Let's take a moment to appreciate how innovative and slightly terrifying the ninja's toolset really was. Shinogibata, a straight, short sword that could also help you scale walls or double as a crowbar. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife of murder. Shuriken, throwing stars. Cool look, right? But they weren't meant for killing. mostly for distraction. Throw it one way, run the other. Live another day. Makibishi, metal caltrops, scattered behind them as they ran. Imagine stepping barefoot on a Lego, but it's medieval and you're bleeding. Kaginawa, grappling hooks, kinda like Batman, but maybe not quite as technically advanced. Smoke bombs made with gunpowder and other ingredients that were used to make a flashy exit. Disguises, possibly the ninja's greatest tool. They dressed as monks, merchants, farmers, anyone who wouldn't be stabbed on sight. They even used crickets and hollowed out bamboo tubes to mask their footsteps. Yep, they even weaponized insects. Once Tokugawa secured power, Japan entered a period of peace. Great for the country, not so great for guys who trained to burn every rice field for a living. With their services no longer in demand, many ninjas faded into obscurity or became bodyguards, police officers, and spies on the government payroll. But the stories, they exploded. During the Edo period, kabuki theater gave the ninja a full-on magical makeover. Now they could walk on water, vanish into mist, and summon giant toads. Theatergoers loved it. Historians winced. By the 1800s, ninja were less historical figures and more feudal Marvel superheroes. Jump to the 20th century, Japan's ninja craze hopped on a plane and landed in the United States, where it got really weird. The 1980s saw a tidal wave of ninja movies with actors in balaclavas doing backflips and hurling stars like they were frisbees. From American Ninja to Enter the Ninja, Hollywood leaned all the way in. And who would forget the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Pizza-loving reptiles, vigilantes trained by a sewer rat. It's absurd, it's glorious, it's the cultural power of ninja mythology. Back in Japan, manga and anime like Naruto gave ninja new life, mixing historical elements with chakra-powered jutsu, talking frogs, and some truly questionable haircuts. Meanwhile, video games like Tenchu, Nioh, and Sekiro let players live out stealthy, blood-soaked fantasies, minus the risk of stepping on Makabishi. Today, ninja culture lives on, not just in pop media, but in real-world traditions. Towns like Iga and Koga host ninja museums, reenactments, and even training programs. Tourists can try on ninja costumes, throw a shuriken, and pretend they don't pull a hamstring jumping off a foot-high platform. And sure, most of the smoke bombs and rooftop escapades are mythologized, but at the heart of it all, it's a powerful truth. The ninja were survivors, innovators, and masters of using whatever they had to get the job done. They weren't the loudest, the flashiest, or the most honorable, but they were often the smartest people in the room, at least while they were sneaking out of it. So next time you hear the word ninja, remember, behind the memes, the manga, and the martial arts montages lies a rich history of espionage, resilience, and strategic brilliance, and maybe, just maybe, the real ninja legacy is reminding us that sometimes the most powerful force is the one you never saw coming. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me for a wild and weird discussion about Japan's ninja warriors. For more information about Amazing Japan, please follow us. Leave a comment if you would like to provide feedback or perhaps suggest a topic. God bless and Jamata.
Where the Black Star Ninja. He has taken the dark path and has betrayed the code.
Then he must die.